We will begin with ISKCON Punjabi Bagh. I hope I said it. Did I say it right? Okay, perfect. And they will have a session on the topic, the ethical foundations of climate action, integrating Bhagavad Gita's teaching to empower school students in combating climate change. Yes, thank you. Yes, you can start.
So hearty welcome and a very good afternoon to all of you, and thank you for joining us today for this presentation. I'm going to begin the presentation with a small Sanskrit prayer, and then we'll move on. Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Okay. Thank you so much for joining us today. Our presentation, as you can see on the screen, is International Value Education Olympiad. And the understanding behind is the ethical foundation of climate action, how to integrate the scripture that we believe, the Gita, in helping students and empowering them to combat climate change. That's what we're going to talk in this presentation. We are a small team from ISKCON. Any one of you been to any of these ISKCON centers globally? Okay. ISKCON stands for International Society for Krishna Consciousness. It belongs to a Gauriya Vaishnava tradition under the Hindu culture and has centers all around the globe, around 700 or so in number, with members, congregational members, millions of them worldwide. It was founded in New York in the year 1966 by its founder Acharya, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. When the founder Acharya laid the foundation of this institution, he penned down 7 purposes of this institution. And the first purpose that he penned down, and I would not be wrong in saying maybe the foremost principle, in the basis of this institution, is to systematically propagate spiritual education, to check the imbalance of values in people's lives, to attain real unity and peace in the world. So this institution, which we are representing, ISKCON, the basis of this institution is to propagate education so that people can have the right value system in their life for real unity and peace. That's what founds this institution. Thus, we understand that ISKCON and value education have a relationship right from its inception. We have multiple programs to impart value education. We have a program for youth, we have a program for elderly, we have a program for congregation, we have a program for women, we have a program for children. But we believe that value education, I think, is pivotal for children. Why? Because children are at that age that they can accept the right value system relatively easily and make a better life for themselves and the world around them. The Gita, on which our institution is also based, also talks that the right age, if you have to start giving value education, should be the age of 5. Because 5 is that age when a child starts to understand the world around him, the people around him. So that's the perfect age to have this education in place. So therefore, ISKCON holds great importance on education, and specifically for children, because they are the ones who can benefit from it the most. How did environment come into the picture? We can talk about whole range of values, but we all understand we are going in a time where we're all facing the burning peril of climate change. Therefore, among various values we could have talked about and help your children, we thought of integrating environmental values into our education. And not just that, if we read the text that we believe in, the Gita and the Srimad Bhagavatam, they say a very interesting concept. In the Gita, the Lord says that this entire creation is my energy. And he says all those who are inhabiting this creation are my children. This is one part. The other part Gita says, Lord says in the Gita, he says not just the world and its people are related to me, but it brings about a very unique concept. It says that they're also non-different from me. He says that this world and its inhabitants are non-different from me. So when we read that understanding, what instills in our heart is that the reverence that we have for the Lord, the same reverence we have for things related to Him, this world and its children. And the loving service that we offer to Him, He expects that same loving service we offer to His children, to His creation. In order to instill these values to children, we came up with this program, International Value Education Olympiad. This forms the basis of our today's topic, Ethical Foundation of Climate Action. Some agenda we're going to talk today. Background that you're seeing on the screen, I shared. It's twofold. One, that we need to help our children with the right value system because they're going into a world with a lot of uncertainties. So we need to help them how to face this world, how to face the challenges of this world. The second agenda, the background of our program, is how they can help in combating this global challenge of the climate. How do we go about it? If you want to involve children for acting for climate change, education is pivotal. So we brought about an educational program. But we didn't believe that only a theoretical education would work. It should be action-based education. So we have a program, we teach children the real values of life, the importance of climate change, and how they can actually, physically, on ground be a part of it. So an action-based value education. And all of it comes from the theology of the Gita, which I just shared. What is this program? How does it run? What are its features? I want to invite my fellow speaker. Her name is Dr. Suruchi Mitra. She's a professor, an author, an executive coach and consultant, and of course, mother of two very wonderful children. A big round of applause to have with us Dr. Suruchi Mitra. Thank you for being a wonderful audience.
Thank you very much. And while the context has been set up for this program, Value Education Olympiad, I thank you all for inviting us to this Faith Pavilion. Many, many thanks for all the support that we've got from you, Dr. Iyad. Many thanks to you and the team we have. It's really incredible to have us here at this pavilion. I would like to further talk about the program features or the program intricacies. I'm very happy to tell you that it is an extreme privilege to introduce you the features of this program, as this program basically integrates the traditional understanding of education to the contemporary understanding of what our youth is going through. So the program features, the first or the foremost that I'm going to talk about is the core of the program, that is the curriculum that we have. We actually had a brilliant set of secondary data from various scriptures, A-class journal papers, and we also looked at the white papers that United Nations Environment Program published. So we looked into what are the kind of values that help the students or can be integrated at that age group. And we researched, understood from the ethical understanding of the values that are required. We culminated into an exhaustive listing of parameters, integrated it with our scripture, Bhagavad Gita, and then we looked into the primary data of integrating academicians, preachers, fellow beings, students also. We moved to them and we actually had a focused group interviews with all of them. And we asked, what is it that you require? What is it that you would need? The program actually got focused onto various keywords. So for example, the age groups that we looked into was 10 to 18. And from 10 to 18 in India, we have cohorts, a class 5, 6 student or a class 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, 12. And we divided into 4 cohorts. So a class 5, 6 student is around the age of 10. And we actually looked into their psychosocial behavior understanding. And we asked the fellow academicians that what is it that they would require. Emotion was the keyword at that age. And we looked into the values that integrate or actually would impact them at that age group. And we moved on with these keywords for our curriculum, and we made these wonderful books which are here on display for all of you. And these are the kind of books that we created and we made into a small curriculum for our Olympiad exam. I would like to tell you or introduce you or explain it to you that this particular program does not does not bother the curriculum of any school or any structure. It only integrates like a competition or a skill-based competition for all the students, wherein students participate, wherein students read these books, do a practical assignment, and then they get an award. I'll move on to the features of the program, though I really want to tell you at this point of time that curriculum is not compromised in the schools. It is an academic competition that we delve into. These particular books, while what you see here, I'm very happy to let you know that we were so diverse and inclusive in our approach. We not just integrated the learnings of Bhagavad Gita, but we also integrated interfaith understanding and the verses, the understandings from various other faiths, and we actually had it into our books. The cover page was very, very ethically and was designed by designers, and we actually are happy to design this book because it integrates with SDGs, and the center of the core of the book says future ethics. The ethics or the values which are going to command the future of our planet. And towards the center we have ISKCON, because we believe the values that we impart are going to channelize. The next point that I'm going to talk to about this program or the feature is the collaborations and partnerships. We are very, very grateful to United Nations Environment Program, Faith for Earth. We are very thankful, Dr. Yad, to you. While you're sitting here, it's a lot of motivation that comes. It's recognition to the program. It's internationally people see this program, certifications they see, and then the students would like to participate with these collaborations and they feel happy about it. We also have collaboration from our own country. Ministry of Environment has effectively given us their support tremendously, and we are very, very happy about that support. We also got support from Ministry of Tribal Affairs in India. We also got support from LIFE, that is LIFE Mission, introduced by Prime Minister Modi. And we are so grateful to GEV as well. So we are happy for the collaborators. I'm sure you understand the psychology of a student. While one giving a competitive exam, you need to see good logos wherein you're giving those competitions and how it is going to help you in your future life. The next aspect that I'm going to talk to you about the feature of this program is that we are inclusive in our participation also. We not just included national schools, international schools, rural schools, tribal schools in India, but I'm very happy to let you know that this year, visually impaired students also participated with the help of technology. And this all has happened because we had good collaborators with us. Then moving on to our next feature. The feature of the program is the practical assignment. As I said, it is a competitive examination. It's not just theoretical, but also there is a practical assignment towards environment. So we allow our fellow beings, our young minds, to ideate, to give us an ideation, to ideate, create what they feel they want to create, to give us ideate, create and implement. Even if they wish to implement, make a pilot, run projects, etc., they can do that and send us the photographs, and 40% of the marks for this particular program are for the practical assignments. And they are actually doing a lot of good work. I'm sure you will be looking on that impact when my next fellow speaker would come in. The next feature that we have are the prizes and the recognitions that we give. The most important motivators for our young fellow beings. From a laptop, a Kindle, a Firefox cycle, to even a school bag and a water bottle. I must tell you, our tribal school students or our students from rural India, they do not even have good bags and water bottles to carry. So the prizes like these motivate them to participate and be inclusive in this particular program. And we are very happy to conduct this program and happy to share that we don't leave even a single stone unturned, wherein we give prizes to all sectors of the society and the strata of the society. Our portal and chat box were developed to actually help and facilitate the students. We had two types of portals. One was which was helping the students to download the study material, etc., giving information, giving right set of understanding, etc. And the second was online exam. And here I would like to mention very categorically that we have two sets of examinations also, online and offline. Why online and why offline? Online, wherein private school students, international students, etc., they participate, but offline because our rural India doesn't still have too much of technology. So we print books for them and they give their exams. Our communication pathway has been extremely tirelessly done by a small team. From creating awareness about this program to conceptualizing it, moving it further, and also reiterating it into our students' minds, schools, teachers, fellow beings, educators, collaborators, stakeholders, etc. We've really worked very hard to creating awareness to a brand identification of this particular program. I would like to tell you a small little thing about our program and our communication thing. While one of these days we were standing near to our temple, and we had one of the ladies who came running to us and said, "You do Value Education Olympiad, right? My children participate into that. It's one of the best programs that I have acknowledged right now as a parent, and I would really like to congratulate." So this is the kind of impact we wish to make. Though I feel these are small little steps, but we are happy that we are making some kind of change or impacts. We have been tirelessly sending more than 6 lakh emails in last 5 years. We are in the 5th year of this program. And we have been sending approximately 1 lakh emails every year to school students, to children, to teachers, to schools, to international collaborators, etc. We have our classes on YouTube. We have our email chat boxes, etc. And we also have our WhatsApp groups to be, to be closer to the fraternity, the education fraternity. Now, when I say that, for example, a school, registers with us, we create a first WhatsApp group with them so that there is easy communication. I would like to tell you that this year, yes, I would like. Sorry. This year, we went one step ahead and we published our research papers based on this program. And we are very happy to let you know that we actually presented this particular paper in Oxford University. Then we went to World Hindu Conference this year, Thailand, and we presented this program there. It was well appreciated, well accredited. We are here in COP28, and we also went to G20 initiative in India. We are very happy for this kind of a research work also we are doing in this educational-based program. Now, I would request my fellow colleague, Premanjana, who is an engineer himself and a communication head at ISKCON Punjabi Bagh, to talk about the impact of this program.
Thank you, Dr. Suruchi, for sharing the highlights of this program. With great enthusiasm and excitement, I sit before you to shine a torchlight on the impact of International Value Education Olympiad. The first impact that I wish to highlight is about the students' participation. We began in year 2019. 6,200 students from 22 different schools participated in this program. 2 years later, the COVID came. We were in a fix. How do we continue this program? We were forced to take this program in an online mode. That year, 230,000 students participated in this program. Fast forward to current year, we recently concluded in the month of November. We implemented both offline as well as online model this year. This year, the participation of the student in this program was more than 5,28,000 from 15 different countries. In last 5 years, more than 1 million students have participated in this program. This is not just a statistical data. It represents the lives touched, mind inspired, and talk about the impact and relevancy of this program in educational landscape. The second impact that I wish to highlight is our tree plantation drive. We have organized 2 tree plantation drive, one in year 2021 with the collaboration of Ekal Vidyalaya educational body in Uttar Pradesh state of India. 20,000 schools came together to plant 2 lakh samplings. In year 2023, with the collaboration of Ministry of Environment, we are again having the drive. More than 1 lakh saplings have already been planted and others are in the process. These tree plantation drive contributes to reforestation efforts. It contributes in transforming landscape. You know, when a child plant a tree with their own hand and see it grow over the years, it fosters a personal relationship and connection, which we believe is very important and crucial in preserving environment. To ensure proper care of these trees, we have implemented adopt a tree model, where there is a collaborative ownership of school principal, the child, and the caretaker. The third impact that I wish to highlight is about our practical assignment. We believe curriculum and values need to manifest in positive transformational activities. We have organized workshops on microgreens and bioenzymes. There are wonderful guidelines that are given to us by Mission Life. This program was inaugurated by Honorable Prime Minister of India. Based on these guidelines and inspired by this program, Mission Life, more than 450,000 students submitted their practical assignments. Very interesting, very innovative practical solutions to current environmental problems. I would like to give you one example. Adi from Springdale School, he submitted a proposal of having a smart greenhouse. These are some of the pictures of the assignment. So here's Adi Mittar, who's sharing. Can we have the audio of the video? Can we have the audio of the video?
Road will be presenting our combined efforts in the sector of protected agriculture through our project, the Smart Greenhouse.
In the recent past, we have experienced extreme crop loss due to variations in temperature conditions, unpredictable rains, and even floods. Isn't it scary that we might face food scarcity in the near future just because of destitution or inordinate water supply to the crops? Or even just extreme temperatures around the globe? Or simply because of a surge in human population? After thorough research on our problem statement, we are proud to introduce you to a glimpse of futuristic farming through our Smart Greenhouse, an innovation which intertwines technology with nature. To control the amount of radiant energy inside the greenhouse, we have installed a DHT11 temperature sensor. When it senses that the temperature inside the greenhouse is above the critical limit, it sends a signal to the Arduino. The Arduino then signals the PDLC panel to remain opaque. The PDLC panel again turns transparent as soon as the temperature goes below the required limit.
We have placed one soil moisture sensor for each crop in the soil. When the soil moisture sensors check the moisture content to be less than the threshold value as required by the plants, the Arduino will signal the respective submersible water pumps placed in the underground reservoir to pump up the water through the drip irrigation channel.
Additionally, we have also created a web dashboard to monitor the sensor readings and turn on and off the PDLC from the override button.
In the future, we will be modifying our project by filtering selective wavelengths of light for specific plant growth. Additionally, we will also be adding an NPK nutrient sensor to cater to the nutrient requirements of the crops.
You know, this was submitted by a student of class 11th. Now, ideation like this, we are challenged to, support them through funds to take this project to the next level. Adi submitted the same project in another national level competition and won a sponsorship of 1 lakh rupees to take this idea to the next level of development. So the fourth impact that I wish to highlight about this program is our collaboration with Center for Science and Environment. Under this collaboration, we organized a free green audit program for all the participating schools. I'm very happy and delighted to share with all of you, more than 1,500 schools participated in this free green audit program. What is free green audit program? The teachers and students go on a very wonderful exploratory journey to find out what's happening with air, land, waste within their own school. Usually the teachers give report card to the students. In this program, the students give report card to the school. More than 123 schools are undergoing capacity building workshops with Center of Science and Environment. The next impact that I wish to highlight is in terms of our publication. In our last 5 years, we have designed more than 10 books in 2 languages. While we try to share and circulate these books in a digital format, a considerable section of our participants do not have access to digital devices. Therefore, in the last 5 years, we have published more than 7 lakh pieces of literature and distributed absolutely free of cost to those students. In many places, one book is read by more than one student. The next impact that I wish to highlight is about capacity building workshops. In places like temples where a lot of flowers are used. What happens when flowers are wasted? How do we dump them? They are also one of the concern of creating environmental pollution. So we have created capacity building workshops in how to convert those used flowers into organic colors, how to make diyas. So we integrate environmental awareness stalls on our major festivals like Janmashtami, creating environmental awareness. These are the pictures from the stall that we had on our Janmashtami festival when all the pilgrims are coming and are being briefed about environment. On Environment Day, the students go out, they organize street play. They demonstrate how to make bags from their used clothes and use them instead of plastic. They organize cleanliness drive under this program. And final impact that I wish to highlight is about the feedback that we received from our participant. Every participant was required to fill in the feedback form in order to get the certificate. Did the Olympiad improve your awareness and understanding of values such as compassion, honesty, and respect? So you'll see more than 90% of students have a very, very wonderful positive feedback of the program. And I would like to conclude with one real-time story that happened with us last year. One of our winners was from Singapore. She had won a second prize, a Firefox bicycle. While we called her to coordinate how do we send the cycle to Singapore, she said, I'll get back to you in 24 hours. Next day, she called up. And she said, in this Olympiad, I have read about honesty and altruism. So I would like to admit that my father helped me in answering the questions during the exam. So I do not deserve this prize. I would like to donate this amount. Please utilize it for some charitable purpose, especially go and serve cows in Goshala. So stories like this, from a 6th class student, it speaks a lot about the impact. It gives us great hope and confidence and inspiration to all of us. So for Next, I would like to invite my fellow speaker, Mr. Vishnu Sarip Das, who's an electronics and communication engineer from Delhi College of Engineering and has been my wonderful friend and fellow monk for the last 10 years.
So, thank you, Mr. Pramanjana. So, good afternoon, everyone. So, I would like to thank you all for giving us an opportunity to present this at the Faith Pavilion. So, I'll share some of the concerns that we face while organizing this International Value Education Olympiad. The first and foremost is raising funds for the program. So, we are truly grateful to United Nations Environment Program and Ministry of Environment. Because of their support, we are able to reach out to more than 500,000 students this year. But at the same time, they want to keep this program complimentary for the students. That is, we cannot charge any fee. For that matter, we have to generate funds. And the entire program, all the operations cost us more than $1 million every year. And we are unable to generate so much funds. So for that, we completely rely on corporate social responsibility funds. So for instance, this year, there were many schools from which more than 1,000 students participated. But because of the paucity of funds, we were able to provide books to only 100 students per school. And as I have mentioned that we rely on CSR funds, so when we approach various corporates and we request them for their support, then most of them have the perception that our program is religious and we face a challenge. So getting funds for the program is certainly a big challenge for us. The second concern that we face is digital divide. So in order to make our program more inclusive and diverse, we reach out to tribal students and rural areas. This year, more than 50,000 tribal students participated in the program and more than 300,000 rural students participated. And many of the schools in these areas have no access to computer labs, internet facilities, and therefore we are forced to conduct this program in an offline fashion. And if we had conducted this program in an online fashion, we would have saved a lot of money, time, and energy. Because when we go offline, we have to print huge quantity of books, we have to transport them, and at the same time, we have to conduct offline examination. So certainly, digital divide is a concern for us. The third concern is global outreach. So we have made stride in more than 15 countries, but still our participation from outside India is significantly less. And therefore, we are looking for partnership with global educational bodies so that we get more accreditation for the program and we can have more students and schools on board. So the fourth concern that we have is Global Action volunteers. So we have a small team of 6 core members and around 100 volunteers. And most of the volunteers are unpaid, they have jobs, they have family obligations, and in spite of that, they tirelessly work hard to make this program a success. And therefore, we need some paid volunteers in our program so that we can have smooth execution of the program. And the fifth and the last concern that we have is environmental support. So, although in a short span of 5 years, we have received recognition from various environmental institutions, but still, we want to partner with more environmental institutions across the globe so that our program receives more recognition and it motivates students and schools to participate in the program. So these are the few of the concerns that I have shared. Now coming on to the vision of the program, so I'll share few key areas we would be looking upon in the upcoming 5 years. So first is enhancing our curriculum. So we want to make our curriculum more inclusive with respect to various age groups, cultural orientations, and social structures. At the same time, we want to have dedicated content for each and every class. The second key focus area is moving on to enhance digital platforms. So right now we offer our content in online books format, but in the future we want to go towards online course format like it is offered by platforms like edX and Coursera, which will certainly enhance the learning experience of the students. The third key focus area is including innovative teaching methodologies. So right now, we don't have quizzes, audio visuals in our content, and certainly we want to include contemporary pedagogical teaching methodologies in our content to make it more exciting and engaging for the students. And also, we want to have augmented reality games in our content so that the student learning experience is full of fun and joy. The fourth key focus area is strategic global partnerships. So as I have already mentioned that the participation outside India is certainly very less. So we want to have more partnership with global educational and environmental bodies. And also we want to tailor our program in such a fashion so that we can align the academic calendar of various schools at different geographical locations. And the fifth and the last key focus area for the upcoming 5 years would be recognition and awards. So right now we have recognition and reward system in place for our students and volunteers, but we want to recognize the efforts of school teachers and the coordinators who involve with students in practical environmental activities. We are unable to recognize their efforts because of the lack of funds. And also we want to recognize the schools who participate in Green Certification Program, which is offered by Center for Science and Environment. And the last key focus area would be, I've already shared recognition and awards. So this covers our vision for the upcoming 5 years. And for this purpose, we seek out collaborations in 3 areas. One is sustainable funding, second, technology partners, and third, having more recognition from environmental and educational institutions. So here are a few pictures of the program, but due to lack of time, I'll quickly come to a video which gives a complete overview of the program and also shares the experiences of our various collaborators. Can we play the video?
Climate change in the modern times is a problem which affects each of us individually, collectively, and globally. Every year, we are witnessing so many natural calamities in the form of floods, cloudbursts, famines, earthquakes, etc. And it's our moral responsibility to protect our mother nature and the environment.
This program, International Value Education Olympiad, is attempting to provide a solution for this problem. This program is trying to educate children to have the right value system, the right understanding of this problem. And not just educate them towards have the right value system, to inspire them to work for saving our planet. They also have a practical action and activity where they do some hands-on work to conserve the climate, to conserve the planet.
इस ओलंपियाड के थ्रू हमारे बच्चों ने बहुत चीज़ें सीखी हैं. इसके अंदर जो कंटेंट है वो सिर्फ वैल्यू एजुकेशन के वेरियस एस्पेक्ट्स नहीं टेकअप करता, बट एनवायरमेंटल सस्टेनेबिलिटी के ऊपर भी बहुत काम करता है. बच्चों को ये जानना बहुत ज़रूरी है कि किस तरीके से हम एनवायरमेंट को प्रोटेक्ट कर सकते हैं, बिकॉज जब तक हम अपने फ्यूचर के बारे में नहीं सोचेंगे, हम सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट के बारे में नहीं सोचेंगे, अपने एनवायरमेंट को किस तरीके से हम प्रिजर्व कर सकते हैं नहीं सोचेंगे, हम फ्यूचर जनरेशन्स का डेवलपमेंट नहीं कर सकते.
I am grateful to ISKCON that they have included Eklavya Model Residential Schools in their Value Education Olympiad. Last year, the number of students who participated was 25,000, and this year it has gone up to 50,000 from 134 schools from 7 states of the country.
As a leader or organizations, heading the organizations, this is our responsibility that our educations include such kind of the programs which teach the children, prepare them for this sustainable developments, environmental preservations, and the human values and constitutional values.
Namaskar. Together, we champion the values of good citizenship, ethical conduct, and moral responsibility as beacons lighting the path towards goodwill and environmental stewardship. I'm profoundly moved by the resounding success of your value-based education program, led by our esteemed partners at EcoVillage and ISKCON. Your commitments shine as a beacon of hope. The future belongs to those who dare to dream and act for a better world. Thank you very much.
The strict direction that this program had to be complimentary for all children, to arrange for all the expenses.
So thank you very much. We're very grateful to have you as a wonderful audience. You have been an amazing audience. So we officially close the presentation. If anyone of you have any questions, we're very happy to answer. And before we end the presentation, I would like to especially thank, with whose help has been invaluable for the program, is Dr. Yad from UNEP Faith for Earth Initiative. I just wanted to share that we were doing a program in India on a very small scale. I remember in 2021, this initiative was launched, and we wrote to Dr. Yad about this program. And as he always is, he has been very kind and very supportive. And as we had UNEP with us, it went like viral. And we could reach out to many countries worldwide, and numbers from few thousands went to millions. So your help has been very grateful, Dr. Yad. Very, very, very kind of you. And especially also, very grateful. I feel it should be a bigger round of applause for him, no? Yeah. Because his help has been selfless, invaluable, very meaningful. Thank you so much, sir. And along with him, I would also like to thank the Union Minister of Environment, Government of India, who has resonated his sentiment of going all the way for us to help in any possible way that would be there. Thanks to both of you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Any questions, queries, comments? Yes, please.
All right. Thank you very much. My name is Idong Smart. We are from Nigeria. This is a team from Nigeria. We work with a women organization called Kebekase Women Development and Resource Center, way back in Nigeria, the Niger Delta. So we want to commend the organization for a work well done, because this is really encouraging, especially the young ones from the early stage, from the primary to the secondary, for them to know, adapt to the climate. It's really very interesting. Like way back in Nigeria, we work with women and girls to make sure that they integrate into the climate issue. So it's a very good job that people are doing, and I want to take this back to Nigeria. We have young girls, they are working basically with young girls to, groom them, make sure that because the climate impact affects women, girls, and children most. And the environment, once you destroy the environment, you have automatically destroyed the means of livelihood. So I want to say thank you. We are grateful for a job well done. Thank you very much.
Yeah, please.
First of all, congratulations. Thank you for the presentation. Let's say, have you proposed to UNICEF, UNESCO, UNEP, how to introduce this syllabus, ecological syllabus, for all the levels of education? Because as you realize, we are on the COP28, and we cannot see changes. So our hope is how to change the kids, not to be like us. So there is a proposal. Have you submitted a proposal to UNEP UNESCO, UNICEF to use this material? Thank you.
So thank you very much for asking this question. Frankly, we feel that we actually, while we were doing the understanding of the secondary and the primary data, understanding how school children are impacted, if you just go to them, I am being very honest here, if you just go to them and tell them that, okay, we are going to teach you some values or we are going to teach you some verses of Bhagavad Gita, they are not interested. But if you integrate it educationally or integrate it more academically with their understandings and give them the contemporary stories that they would like to read, they are very happy to have it, number one, from the student side. From the other side, while how you give a proposal to UNICEF or UNEP, while he's himself sitting here, the proposal also needs to have an integration and amalgamation of what traditional understanding, how traditional understanding can meet the contemporary understanding of education. We are not only just trying to force things onto students, but we are trying to make them happy to learn what they're learning. That's the only aspect. Thank you.
And thank you all so much. Thank you so much. I just want to invite everyone for a group photo outside for the Faith Pavilion. We would
Sure.
love to invite everyone.
And before we say bye to everyone, we would like to say thank you to Dr. Jennifer, to Emily, and to the tech team. Thank you very much for all the support that we had. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And everyone, please come outside for the group photo.
Very much.
Very kind of you.